Assalamu alaikum everyone. We are going to look at this topic today, lazy or burnout. So, in the starting, I'll explain what is laziness and what is burnout and how do we actually confuse them. Later on, we'll discuss the understanding of this topic and finally how to prevent burnout. So, let's a little about me. My name is Mussarat Fatima. I'm a computer science student, and you will always find me doing something. If you know me personally, you will always find me doing anything. And I love to read books, and it's just been my recent hobby. I am a crocheter as well. I have crocheted a few things, so I'll consider myself as one. And I am trying to get better every day. I huge fan and believer of the fact that every person, every individual need to get better every day. So I am on that journey of self development, and I believe in that we should never stop learning, and one who stops learning stops living. So basically, if you are not learning, you are dead. And just a disclaimer, I'm not a licensed professional, and I am explaining all of those things based on my experience. So let's talk a little about laziness. So, how to know if you are being lazy or you are in the state of burnout? Because these two things have a really thin line in between, so it's hard to distinguish them. And let's talk about it. So, if you are that person who used to be really passionate, really motivated, but recently you have been feeling a little too lazy, right? You have been passionate. So in past are passionate थे, but recently it's been a little different. Then you can say that you are in the state of burnout. Because laziness, if you are lazy, you have been lazy since forever. You've never been passionate or motivated to do anything on the first hand. So let's talk about this scenario. For example, uh, you're doing your favorite study, you're doing your favorite course in your university or in your any project that's your creative project that you were really enthusiastic about, but it's just something happened lately and you're not feeling good about it. Yeah, I get it that there are bad days. We all get bad days, but what if those bad days have become really consistent? They have been so persistent that now you no more feel the love as you used to have. So that's a state of burnout. Or in simply, if you are someone who is a very social person and everybody like their friend obviously, so you got a call from your friend and you love talking to her, but you're just not in mood. It happens once, it happens twice, and it is continuously happening. You don't want to talk to anyone, you are just isolating yourself a lot. So that's where you can see that you are in the state of burnout, and you are being very impatient, very uh, like moody for no reason. That's also one of the reasons that burnout happens. So I have discussed those scenarios. You got a call from your best friend, you're not picking it up, you're studying your favorite course, doing your favorite things, but you are no more interested in them. So, yeah, that's a state of burnout. That's a good presentation. So, if you don't take a break, the break takes itself. And personally, that happened with me, and that's why I am telling this to you guys. What happened with me was that I was constantly overwhelmed. My sleeping routine was worse. It was really worse, actually, the worst. So I used to sleep at 3 a.m. in the morning, and the next day I am sleeping at 5 p.m. in the evening. There was a huge mismatch. I wasn't eating proper diet. I wasn't focused towards anything. All I wanted to do was to just lay on my bed all day, and even by using mobile phone I got just so exhausted that I didn't even know what to do. I had so many responsibilities and I was just pushing them away by giving so many excuses over and over again. And in return, what happened that I started feeling really dizzy. I went to the doctor, and the doctor apparently did nothing about this. They took my test, and they all of them were almost all right. It wasn't any issue. I thought I am having some blood issue, or probably I am getting pale because of that. And doctor just asked and told me nothing. It's nothing. But later on, I realized myself that it's not a physical health that is getting ruined. It's also my mental health that's being destroyed. I am unable to pay focus. I'm getting so much lazy. I do not even want to get up. I do not even want to take care of myself. I just keep on rotting myself. I was in the bed. I was talking negative about myself that, oh, look at that person. They are doing so much better in life. Like, why can't I do better in life, man? I kept talking about that with myself. I was being really negative. I was being so harsh on myself, and I was just always moody. And I just wanted to break my brother's leg actually. So yeah. So if you don't take a break, the break takes itself, and you will feel really drained, really exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually, all of that. It will break you if you are not taking burnout seriously. So if you think, what if I'm just lazy and burnout does not exist, and if you are a millennial, you can think like that. But let me tell you that you need to check, you need to make sure if you're either just lazy or it's actually burnout, because being constantly lazy can somehow lead you to become a burnout and come into that burnout stage. So you're not lazy if you used to be passionate. You are not lazy if you recently became moody for no apparent reason. And you are not lazy if you started isolating yourself lately. Like, you used to be really social, you used to interact with others. Even if you were an introvert, you still have a couple of friends, a few of friends, or even a friend, a single friend whom you used to talk a lot. But recently you feel like keeping yourself alone and just have some alone time. But it's okay to have an alone time and me time. That's really important, really crucial. But if it is happening continuously, that's where you need to check, what if I'm just lazy, that thing. Okay. And you have started neglecting yourself. By neglecting yourself, I mean you're not taking care of your hair, you're not taking care of your face, you're not taking care of your body, you're not taking care of your studies, your responsibilities, your duties, and all of that, all of about you. And uh, you will get a lower self esteem as well. You will not feel too much confident about yourself. And in this state, you will also continuously feel tired and so shaken about everything. Your eating and sleeping routine can get disrupted, as it happened with me, and you will start looking for impulsive relief. I need to talk about it. Impulsive relief is something, doom scrolling. You're continuously scrolling for hours, you're continuously watching YouTube for hours, and you're going for information, so much information, pictorial, video representation, everything that will drain yourself, drain your body, drain your mind, drain your soul, and you will get really tired after doing nothing. So that's what we call impulsive relief. Now let's look at, how do you even get burnout? You get burnout after having so much stress. So it's like a heap of stress, stress over stress, stress over stress. एक छोटा सा पाइल बनता है and उस पाइल के ऊपर आप उसको इग्नोर करते हो. You don't realize the first pile, the first step of burnout, the stress, because it's really minimal. You will say, no, it's okay. You will just stress it and you will ignore that stress. So it will keep on piling up, piling up, piling up, and it will become worse, and it will lead you to get burnout. You also get burnout if you see an unfair treatment. For example, you are in a job and you're continuously working really hard, you're doing excellent in the projects, you've been giving creative ideas, and nobody's going to take care of it. And then there's that promotion day, and you get to know that the CEO's nephew is getting promoted even though he was an intern, and you worked a lot and they did not do anything except for yapping. So yeah, so that's why they got a higher treatment, and unfair and nepotism has been done. So that's make you really frustrated and you feel so bad about it, about yourself, about the environment, and you get in the state of burnout. And it also happens if you are or have an unmanageable workload. That was the main cause of my burnout. I had lots and lots and lots of things to do. I was unable to do all of them, and there were so many priorities, there were so many deadlines, so many requirements, so many things that I couldn't even get a hold of managing it. And I kept saying yes, and I kept saying, yeah, I'll do that. And sometimes those projects were really exciting and really interesting that I did not even want to quit that. I wanted to do that, but I had no time in hand. I was just doing everything and was destroying my family life, my social life, and so much things. That's why it led me to burnout. Unreasonable time pressure, that comes with unmanageable workload as well. That you have a deadline. For example, your manager says you need to complete this within 3 days, and that's a whole new project you haven't worked off. So that's an unreasonable time pressure, and you're continuously working and stressing yourself and keep saying those good words. I hope you understand those good words to your manager, kept continuously saying them while working. So yeah. Or if your assignment, there is a due assignment that your teacher says that you need to complete it by tonight, and you need to give it to me tomorrow, and you have midterms coming around, and there are so many other things. So it's an unreasonable time pressure that leads you to get burnout. And this is more commonly found burnout stage. If you are a student, you will find it around your exams period, because at that time your stress level is so high that you don't know what to do now, because over the time you have been putting stress onto your stress, and it's become a mountain. That cliff became a mountain at the time of exams. So you need to understand this in order to dig up that cliff, and you need to remove that stress from your body, from your soul, and everything. It should be really easy. And then there comes our very lovingly society pressure. It's always there. Your parents will continuously telling you that your cousin is amazing and you are a noob. So you need to tell them that I'm not a noob. And so that's society pressure will feed your brains. Oh my god, you are 32 years old, or you are 24 years old, and you haven't even gotten any job. You are not even into studies, and so many things, right? So, and there's personal pressure as well. By personal pressure, I would say there is there are some certain type of people who get satisfied by their academic validation, by their manager's validation. They always keep or want some validation, or there are some certain personal satisfaction, that personal achievement. I want to do this by this age, or by this certain goal. I want to achieve it within these months. And you keep doing that unrealistic goal, that it becomes so pressurizing, and you start saying bad things about yourself because the pressure has been huge, literally huge. So, yeah, everyone else seems to be doing just fine. Why can't I? That's something we really need to look at, because we all think that else is fine. Why I'm not fine? There some problem with me? No, you're very much normal. If you are realizing that there is something wrong with you, that's where you should realize that you are the very normal kind. So don't worry about this and actually get aware of all of this and actually work on your problem that will make you the one who is going in the fine stage. You will eventually get there. So, in order to get there, what you should do is what are the practices that one should follow? Firstly, please, that's a I should have, highlighted and made it a little bigger. You should learn how to say no. Do not say yes to everything. There is one saying, if you are saying uh, no to if you are saying yes to everything, you do not realize, but you are still saying no to something. If I am going to university, I'm getting up. I don't want to go to university, but I'm still going to university because my friend said she is coming, so I am going. But you know what you have said no to? You have said no to your relaxation, right? So in every way, you are saying no to something. So if there is a friend who is having a party, and then there is your family who is having a dinner, and both of them are on the same day, and you have said yes to both of them, and you cannot say no to your friends, so you are going there because you have said yes to them. So you should realize in the back of your mind that you are actually saying no to your family dinner. So आप फिर भी किसी को no कह रहे हो, तो make sure you see your priorities and say no to people and avoid people pleasing, because people pleasing can lead you to get burnout eventually. Take care of yourself. Self care is very important. Self care includes so many things. Whatever you want to do, is it can be a painting you want to draw, it can be doing some skincare, right? Some hair care, take a bath, anything that takes you to have a me day. And the next point is also a take a me day, also comes within self care. And then we come about exercise. Exercise is a really crucial and really important tool, because it not only helps your physical health, it also helps your mind and body to relax. And you can also meditate instead of exercise if you are not really an exercise person. But it please take out time for this every day or every 3 days in a week or any day. Like, just make it a routine and then collaborate. Try to talk to your people, try to talk to your friends, and make those timings, make yourself that you have to talk, you have to call them, and you need to discuss them that I am in this situation and I need to get out of it, so can you like please help me with this. And if you are someone who is in a working schedule, working plan, you can talk to your manager or anyone supervisor, and you can tell them that I am going in this stage, can you like please help me with rescheduling things, can we adjust our schedule to make it applicable for me, because I'm not in a really mood to do so much work in a really stressful manner. And I hope they will understand this. You should also talk to someone, a friend, anyone who will give you some positive energy. Do not talk to people who will give you so much bad vibes and they will constantly say, "Oh my god, you haven't talked to us for days. Are you ignoring us? Are you ghosting us? You're not the same. You're so busy these days. I don't know what's wrong with you." Do not talk to people like this. Talk to those who will understand you and who will listen to you and will not and who are not a red flag. Please identify red flags and try to be bored. By this I mean, do not do multitasking, do not drain yourself. If you are cooking something or eating something, do not think like, okay, let me put some music, let me put a YouTube video in front of me while I'm eating, let me put a book, let me put anything. Do not put anything. Be bored for a while. Actually, you should set a time in your schedule for being bored, and in that time you have to do nothing. You should not have your mobile phone nearby. You should not have anything that is going to drain. You just need to sit and be bored. Look at the trees. If you're sitting outside, look at the trees. look at the birds, look at the sky, look at anything. If you are in the room, just look at the details of your curtains, just like you used to do in back in COVID. All right, and then be self-aware. Self-aware, tell yourself what you are doing. If you should accept all of the things, you should firstly accept that I am in the stage of burnout. I am facing this issue. I will work on it. Understand that. Tell that to yourself. You should know what you are facing in order to finish that thing and put that into the trash. So you need to be self aware. It's really crucial to do that. So if you are self aware, there will be so many ease in your life. You should say, if you want to watch a drama or if you want to watch anything, you should not think, oh my god, I have to complete my assignment, but I want to watch drama, let's watch drama. And even watching drama, you are constantly thinking of that one assignment that's due. Do not do that. Tell yourself that it's my time to enjoy. It's my time to actually just enjoy the drama. I don't want to think about anything else. And similarly, when you are studying, tell yourself that I am studying now, right now. I know what to do now. So you should be aware of this. And then you should stick to a routine. You should make one whole routine and try to stick to it. Try to have self discipline in your life. This will help a lot in burnout. It will so that you will know what your things are, what how you're going to manage them. There will not be a unreasonable time pressure either, so things will get easier with you. And attach some habits. So in my case, what I do is I know that right after eating my lunch, I have to go for a walk. I have attached this thing together that whenever I am done with my lunch, I'm going to the walk afterwards. Or whenever it's going to be 5 p.m. and my brother's going to come home, after that I'm going to start crochet. I'll start crocheting at that time whenever my brother will come. So that's how I have attached my habit together with a thing that is going to be certain. For example, someone would say that whenever there is Asar prayer, right after Asar prayer, I'll read novel. So that's where they have fixed habits. They have attached habits. So it's easier to follow and track it. Next, you need to learn what sort of effective breaks you have. You should really take a break when you are facing burnout stage, because without breaks it's impossible to get over that burnout phase. So how does that effective breaks look like? We'll talk them about them. So firstly, let me give you something that you should not do that. Number 1, do not use mobile phone as a break. That's a major no, no, no. Okay? So I think that's majorly the most important one that I wanted to mention. Now let's look at the effective breaks that we can see. Firstly, catching up on sleep. You are having so much stress, you are having so much workload, there is so much time pressure, society pressure, family pressure, your own pressure, and so much things that's on your mind. So make sure you are catching up on your sleep, you are resting properly, you are resting to gain your mental clarity, you are resting to relax your mind, your soul. So that's why meditation is really important in here, and that's something you should do as well. You should read. Reading is a really good habit. It will relax yourself after going from so much mobile phone, so much internet, so much social media. You actually need some good time to be bored, because nobody reads anymore. And by reading, I do not want you to do reading from a digital book or digital anything. It should be a paper book, or it can be a newspaper. Please, I don't want you to read a newspaper, because that's very boring. Read a novel at least, or any interesting book. And try to go for a walk. You can just go on for a walk and avoid music while walking. Just walk and observe. Taking a bath, it might sound ridiculous here, but taking a bath actually releases so much uh, stress, and it will make you feel really fresh, especially the cold showers that are amazing in summers, and the hot showers in the winters. All of them will complement, and it will relax and soothes your soul. It will be really fun, like really ease. It will throw all your stress away. And then gardening is one soothing exercise that you should do. And for me, I don't have a lawn, so I don't do gardening, but instead I prefer to do crochet. So crochet is a really therapeutic thing, and there can be other effective breaks that you can take for yourself. And connecting with friends and family, you're taking a break. How about talking to your mother? How about talking to your sibling you have been ignoring since forever? Or how about talking and meeting your friend? And make sure all of these things are mobile free or digital free, because if you're again going for digital things, then I think the break is become a little useless, but it'll still help somehow. If you do not have access to your friends directly and you really want to talk to them, you can do a video call. That would be really good rather than voice call. And anything that suits you will be an effective break, except for mobile phones, laptop, desktop, YouTube, anything, not social media, not internet, not digital things. So I can't take break. My boss will kick me out, or I can't take break. I have an exam coming ahead. So in this scenario, I understand you cannot always take breaks, but sometimes it is really important to take breaks. So you should not, if you have an opportunity to relax and take a break, please make sure to take a break. But I am going to talk about the scenario where you cannot take a break. Like that's impossible. Although although there is always some chance of getting a break and taking a break, but in case there is not, then you should do this. So the title also says if you cannot afford taking a break, which you should, but if you cannot, then talk about this. Firstly, step 1, own the problem. Accept it. Tell yourself, yes, I am facing burnout. I am in the stage of burnout and not some laziness. I'm not procrastinating. It's actually something that's happening with me. Next, step 2, learn how to mentally detach from your work. So if you're at work from 9 to 5, when you're coming home from 5 till the next day, you need to understand that now you're not working. You need to throw your manager's stress and all the trauma that he is giving to you need to throw it away for the time you are at home. And you don't have to mentally emotionally attach yourself with the work. Your work does not represent you. You're just working to earn and to progress and to achieve things and establish goals. That's it. It's not you. Work does not represent you, right? Next, step 3, have the hard conversations. By having the hard conversation, I mean that you need to talk about that, tell about it, that I am going to through this stage, and it's similar to how physical problems occur. If I'm having a fever, I am taking a leave. So I am having a mentally fever that is called burnout. So I need a break. These are the hard conversation that you need to tell that to your manager, if especially they are a millennial or a boomer. You need to tell them that it actually is a problem and that is happening with me. Please, please talk to me, tell me how I can reschedule. You can do something like this, that if you are trying to sleep a lot, you can tell that I will join at this time, and can I have this meeting rescheduled at this time? Can we have a little time extended till this? And make sure you follow them. You don't have to just push them in the state of telling that I am mentally sick right now. So you should not just delay things and don't make it as an excuse. Actually acknowledge them and actually use them for the right purposes. Now step 4, practice the art of doing nothing. That's similar to how you should be bored. So you need to understand how you can do sometimes things without doing anything. So that's a really important thing. Step 5, track how you are doing over time. You should do a journal, a weekly journal, a daily journal, a monthly journal. That will help you a lot with time tracking. You can use Google Calendar, you can use Evernote, you can use an application on mobile phone that's called Day One. There are so many other apps and applications that you can use in order to track how you are doing over time. It will really help you with the things with managing workload. And trust me on this because I have tried myself as well. Set reminders to take break every 45 minutes. This goes for everyone from students to work life, from even any stage of life. You should take break every 45 minutes. There is this Pomodoro technique that goes 25 minutes, 5-minute break. But personally, I think that's a little too less and I want to sit for a while. So 45 minutes and 10 minutes break or 5 minutes break, that will be amazing. And I've already told you about the effective breaks that you need to know, so you can check them again and you can take those break after every 45 minutes. And make sure to relax your eyes if you are on a digital screen after 20 minutes. So that's it about this. So make sure to take a break. That's really important in order to overcome burnout. And yeah, thank you for listening. I hope you got some valuable things out of this and it was helpful. And let me know if there is any other thing you want to discuss or anything you want to say about this session. I would love to have some feedback on this. Have a good day.